no, not your fault at all. I mean, obviously we're all in lockdown, so it was like, I got up an hour earlier. I didn't even realize, So
yeah, time and dates mean absolutely nothing now. So okay, cool. So let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Would someone like to give me a recap of what happened 2 weeks ago?
Oh.
Would anyone like to take a stab at telling everyone what we did?
I can summarize, I suppose, if you want.
Go for it.
So we started last session on at the ship that we stole from Anakin, the Sith ship. The AI told us that we were being chased down by a couple of fighters. We escaped to a place that I cannot remember the name of. Corellia? Was it Corellia?
Yes.
Corellia. Which, I'll be honest, we needed to be fueled up, right? And that's what we were doing. And then, that's as much as I remember. Oh, and then
Ben and I are currently sitting in a bar waiting.
Yeah, you guys are sitting in a bar. Joey and myself went off on a little mini quest and stole some shit off a smuggler. So that was pretty fun.
No, thank you. We relocated the tracker, and we got rid of the tracker, and at the same time made a little tiny profit.
Yes, that's what we did. We made a tidy profit. That's the terminology we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And we are on our way back to meet up with the rest of the players at the bar.
Yeah. That's a pretty good summary.
Which for the record was at the Grand, I believe.
Yes. So we'll kind of as you guys as TA1 and Face are off doing their on their little mission. We'll kind of pick it up with the rest of the group that get off the Grand. So it's one of the largest mag train stations on Corellia, as the name would imply. And as you step off this it's very elaborate. Like, it looks like it was the first platform, the first kind of platform built. So it looks kind of like they put a bit more effort into it. When you're obviously building the first thing, you want it to be impressive. So you build the first one really nice, and then you build the second one really nice. Yeah, and then as you get out further and further out to smaller stations, there might just be like a bit of a platform for you to walk up and stand on with the big almost monorail kind of system of train. Just kind of
town train station.
Yeah, like then you end up with McDonald Town, where it's just a concrete slab and you stand there and then the train rocks up and you get on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the Grand's quite nice. You guys step off and see. I'll bring us back to the Corellian map there. So you guys kind of walk out into this kind of grand metropolis kind of area. Or it's about. It looks like it's about mid-afternoon. And there's a lot of kind of activity going around as the workday is still in place and people are kind of like bustling around. You can see with a lot of these kind of metropolis cities, there's multi-layers of activity, right? Like, you guys are on street level where there's a lot of people just kind of walking around, and a lot of the buildings you see probably only anywhere between 2 to 5 or 6 stories. Like, they're not quite really big, huge metropolis buildings, but as you kind of look up, you do see a scattering of these huge 150 story buildings, these huge skyscrapers, and as you kind of see, there's almost like bees buzzing around in the sky, but you can see they're individual cars zipping around and going to their destinations. As you notice, there's a far more activity on the ground than would be up in the sky, but you can kind of see that all of this, the whole city from top to bottom is just kind of buzzing with activity. In front of you is a kind of wide open city street and people walking around. What would you guys like to do?
So who is currently where? Sorry. So
it's at the moment it is Crade, Hask, Crade, X3PX. And I mean, you guys would actually notice that you would notice this as you kind of step off the platform and look around to see, oh, like where to now? You will notice you are down a party member. Zalak, the bounty hunter who was with you, is just gone.
Just poof.
Are we gonna wait around for Zalak, or I mean, we need to fuel up and get the fuck out of here? You know.
Yeah, we focus on what we focus on.
If Zalak's not gonna, I mean, we can't wait around for him. I don't know. Are you guys happy to just leave if he does show up soon?
So myself, Tier 1 and Face aren't there, right?
No,
Oh,
no.
No. Okay.
No.
So then I'm not answering this question.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not like we've noticed that they're not here, but we're not done here either. So it's like let's just keep going with what we've come here to do. Come here to collect as much information as we can, and we've come here to refuel. So let's keep doing that. If old bounty hunter mate doesn't rock up by the end of the day, that's when we can decide whether we bail with or without him.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, when we refuel, I think we go somewhere safe.
Okay. Cool. So, So again, you guys said you wanted to go to a like kind of a bar, like somewhere to wait up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about we try and look around the bar to see if there's anyone who might be able to provide us with a bit of information
Cool.
they know about this.
So when you guys kind of like you go looking for some kind of like a bar, like some kind of like a hub where people kind of mingle and get together during the days and nights of around here. You kind of a lot of the area directly around the Grand is a bit more. So you guys can see this. Yep, the Corelli Map. So you guys are probably wandering around near the Grand Station, and it takes it would take you probably about a good 30 or so minutes of kind of wandering until you find yourself upon a bar with a brilliant white glowing sign out the front called the Silk Ring.
Silk Ring.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look dirty inside or fancy?
It looks pretty rough. It's more of a it's not by no means a it's by no means like a dirty hole but it's definitely a far cry from the brass door that you guys previously went to. So the brass door in Coruscant, where you guys fought a whole bunch of people in there. That was probably that was kind of like a bar, but also kind of a club. Like they had a big dance floor and they had like big flashing lights and they kind of put on a bit of a show. This is much more like a small bar with some regulars. That is probably not very fancy, but is it does reasonable business.
Let's go in there and rough off some of these Patreons. Yeah. Do you want to go in there and try and get some fucking information?
Cool. All right. You guys. Okay, so you guys enter, and you can kind of see like it's a bit of a dimly lit bar. It would be kind of like what would you describe as a dive bar, but by no means. There's enough clientele to make you think that they turn a decent kind of trade. It's not packed, but it's got some people scattered around.
Can I see anyone that I want to just kind of subtly look around the bar to see if there's anyone who might I don't know, what are we looking for, Ben? What kind of people are we?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, can we see a notice board around to be like, this could be a place where bounty hunters or anyone like looking for jobs will come along? And if so, I'm genuinely curious to see if there are any jobs, but also to see if there's anyone that could either be like from my perspective, at the very least, if I notice anyone that's even remotely Mandalorian, I want to pick up on that. But or anyone that might be of interest to us or of support to us.
Cool. So can you guys both roll me a perception check?
Yep, let me go. A sec.
Perception, did you say?
the fuck?
I'm in the wrong place. Give me a
dude, my
second.
sheet's
Call. Perception.
Hang on, something's not working here.
Cool. 21. That's a good number. Yep.
Dude, Adam, hang on,
Yes.
I'm gonna refresh because my sheet is blank.
Your sheet is blank. Okay, let me open up your sheet and I'll see if it's blank on my end. Hopefully not. That would be bad. Maybe it's the tab at the top. So go to core instead of bio.
Tells us you're refreshing. Like
Yeah, I did do that.
Roll20, it's got the little refresh.
Oh yeah, there we go. It just didn't load properly the first time. Okay,
Cool.
so what am I
No
rolling?
problem. Perception.
What do my
Cool.
eyes see?
All right. So they're pretty good. They're pretty good rolls. So, Husk, you're looking out for a lot of. You said you're kind of looking out for patrons at the moment.
Yeah.
So what you kind of notice that there are like 2 or 3 people at like. There are 2 or 3 people in like kind of a stall in the back. They look pretty rough. They would be how do I put this? So they're like common people. Like I would say more on the poorer end. They look like people that have probably like maybe like to your eyes with the 16, maybe they have some kind of gang affiliation. Like they look like people that work rough. And they're not particularly old either. They look to you like they could be in their like late teens, early 20s kind of thing, hanging out and talking kind of boisterously amongst themselves with some drinks. Craig, with your perception, you kind of look around for that board and you don't see any kind of bounty board or any kind of notice board. You do see, however, you do notice you're kind of looking out for people that can help you though. Your eyes are drawn to the bartender, who is a tall, dark-skinned woman with dreadlocked hair tied back into a ponytail. She's wearing like this like kind of white tank top and kind of busy cleaning, wiping the bar down. So she looks like she would be the owner or at least the person running this place.
Yep, well informed potentially. Okay. Unless Husk, you want to go start roughing some people up, I'm gonna walk up and talk to the bartender.
I'll come with you to talk to the bartender. You talk to her, and then once you're done, we'll go over and I think I see some people in the back that might be able to help us. You know.
Okay. So yeah, walk up to the bartender and just kind of. Can we order a drink?
Well,
order a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so she comes. So let's get her up. So, the bartender sees you approach the bar, and looks at you two. Looks at the 3 of you walking up, and says, and she points at Craig and says, "You're a little short to be in here."
Short. What's height got to do with anything? How many races of alien, human, and like how does height have anything to do with age?
I mean, she's like, well, I'm assuming if you're human, you look a little young, kid.
Well,
from me. What do you want?
Don't worry about my age. I've seen plenty. I'm old. I'm old enough. But having said that, I'd like some orange juice, please. Just something.
Would you like some vodka with that?
A kid would obviously order.
Yeah. She looks through and says, she's like, yeah, we got some softer stuff for the little ones. She's like, what do you want? And she kind of nods ahead towards you, Hask.
To me, give me some tall, frothy, and life-threatening.
She grins and smiles. That's more my speed. And turns around and goes and grabs like a pint glass and walks behind her to like where there's a whole bunch of like taps.
While she's doing that, I kind of just chime up and just be like, "Wow, there has been so much noise and chatter and broadcasting around the whole grand new empire. And what have you heard? What's been happening? Like, obviously, I think it's very obvious that there's a new empire, but what caused it? What changed? I thought everything was okay prior to this."
She turns, she kind of finishes up as she's pouring the drink. She keeps talking. He goes, I don't know. It's a she sniffs again. Galactic policy is not exactly a thing I want to keep my focus on, but I don't know. Probably, maybe we won, and apparently those Jedi out there try to betray the Emperor, as you know. That's what the word is, anyway.
Have you ever met a Jedi before? Do you think it's something that they would do?
Yeah. I don't know. We didn't see much of them around here. This the core world's always pretty safe, and last few years the Jedi always leading the armies out in the far reaches. But you know, I don't know. It just seems like that's a lot of people to be secretly harboring the Republic death. So I don't know. Maybe stranger things have happened though.
Sounds pretty weird to me, but I don't know. It's crazy times, I guess.
What, you a fan of the Jedi?
Not particularly. It just seems very strange to have this big group of apparently enlightened and good people suddenly turn on all of us. That just doesn't sit right. But anyway,
she's like, well, I'm not exactly a fan of authority around here anyway.
Really?
and puts the mug down, and then slides it over to Hask and says, Corelli now. It's the good local stuff. And holds a hand out for some money.
Sure that I've got money in my
how much do we owe you?
That'll be how much that is? That'll be 2 credits.
I believe we would have some credits on us, right?
Yeah, do we have credits on us?
I think you would. You probably have it in your starting equipment.
I'd assume so, right? So
most of you have like between 1 to 10 in your starting equipment.
Hey, our Republic credits still? Am I still on?
Yeah,
yep.
Our Republic
I have 200 credits apparently. So
where is this written?
I'll cover the tab.
Where's it written?
I've got it in my equipment box.
I think you have to add it manually though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have happened at start. It would have been in the starting thing.
Initial game, yeah.
You're a Jedi, right?
Yeah.
I've got. I'll look it up.
Where? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Where do you put in your equipment box?
So right at the bottom of your character sheet, there's an equipment box. So I've got my light battle armor, explorer's pack, da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Hey, hey Chris, what kind of Jedi are you?
He's a consular.
Cool.
And yeah, there's a CR box within that equipment box as well.
Just how many credits do you have?
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay. So I hand over the credits, and as I'm doing so, I'm just like, Do you think this is going to have any impact on business or any work that's happening around here?
Yeah, I don't know. The Republic troopers. I mean, whatever they want to call themselves now. They're sorry. Whatever the Republic troopers want to ever call themselves now, they're being posted up around here. So I guess if you're not disturbing the order of things, it's probably not going to change much for us. But says she pauses and goes, "What are you? I guess you guys are new here, right? You probably have. I don't think you don't sound like you've been on Corelli for very long."
No, not at all. We're just stopping by, maybe looking to earn some credits, refuel, and get on out of here.
Well, in Corellia, the main business here in Corellia is the is starship construction. I'm sure you saw that all that stuff on your way in. So I mean,
are they?
If a new empire means a whole bunch of new ships to build, then I'm sure the Corellian economy is going to do great.
Oh yeah.
Not that changes much for people around here.
Okay. Talking about looking for work, if we were to just rock up to the shipyards, do you think we would be able to find work, or are there any other things that we can do within the space of a day or two to earn a bit of credits?
She kind of looks you up and down as you say that and go, "What kind of work do you guys do?"
I mean,
we fix other people's problems. Problems.
As my friend here just mentioned, if there are any troublemakers or if just odd jobs that need doing, we're not very picky.
Not picky, huh?
Work.
There's a few places around here. If you want to go, there's a freelancers guild around here that you can a lot of these mercenary types like to go and hang out at. I'm sure there'll be some people that are that Chagrian will always welcomes new people to come in if they got some odd jobs to do.
Okay.
But kind of takes a beat and says, "There's always work for those that ask for it."
Interesting. Any? Would you happen to have any jobs that need doing? We are a skilled group.
Take the trash out.
Any trash that needs taking out.
Do the dishes.
Maybe you got some mutant crabs that need stabbing. That's a joke.
Otherwise, if you can point us in the direction of this freelancing guild that you made mention of, we might be able to go check them out once we meet up with the rest of our group.
Well, she says, so the first question you asked her was, "Do you have any work?" Just give me a second with that.
That's a lot of dice. You rolled 417.
Are we trying to be kind of like surreptitious about how we're going through this, or are you guys just gonna be like bam, boom, bam, full Jedi mode straight off?
I'm hiding the fact that I'm Jedi. And
I just pull Ben, your character's name?
Kraid.
I kind of just lean back to you and I'm like, maybe we should inquire for jobs that's going to put us on the path of finding out more about what's going on. You know, we could tell her that we're investigating some Jedi, or we can say something about that we're doing some sort of investigation related to some rogue Jedi, and we just anything that'll help us find out more about. We say, okay, we're on the trail of some kind of Jedi. We're trying to track him down, and bring him to justice. That way.
I feel like the narrative that we've started with about not really caring for the Jedi or not really knowing what's going on in too much detail might conflict with that a bit.
No, as in we're looking to hunt down a Jedi, or we don't care about it. You're saying?
I mean, so my train of thought, like I like what you're putting forward. I'm thinking of constructing the question a little bit differently, though, just to be like, it's really bothering me about these Jedi suddenly turning on us, and we're really curious to like make sense of it. Is there any way we can go to try to find out more information?
If you two are
this is a bartender.
Keep your own business.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
We're having this conversation in person.
Hold on, sorry. There's 3 people talking at the same time.
Sorry.
3 at once. This is hard to do without a screen. Like, if you two were having this conversation in character in person, XP3X would probably posit a rebuttal to the tune of, what would Master Dooku do in this situation?
Are you here with us? Is it just us two, or
no? I think X3 is with us as well.
X3 is with you guys as well.
Okay, true. Yeah, actually, true. Yeah, because he's here to go.
Yeah, like obviously this wouldn't be mentioned like in front of the bartender, but if you guys were discussing motives and how to.
So we turn around. I kind of take
like
in a way a bit to turn around
away from the bar. Yeah.
To talk very subtly. What did you say, Grant?
So what would Master Dooku do with this situation is what my little droid boy would posit the question in the learning manner that he is intended for. Reflect on the Master's teachings.
Kind of like straight over my head.
He's like, that was not helpful. Like...
You can't see the expressionless face under my mask.
X3, what are you getting at?
We're trying to be secretive, right?
Mm.
I'm not going to do the robot voice for this because it's going to be too hard. We're trying to be secretive, right?
Mm.
Master Dooku was like incredibly secretive about his Sith alliance his entire career. What did he do to avoid suspicion while achieving his ends?
Didn't he
making themselves useful to the local authorities?
That could come back to us trying to hunt down. Well, yeah, I guess that's what we started with. Hunt down. The ruffian.
Okay, so yeah, we can ask like, who can we reach out to with regards to this Jedi problem?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Sorry, do you ask that?
So not those words directly. Like when after we've had our little kind of like back and forth, we walk back up to the bar, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's really bothering me. I really don't understand why or how these Jedi would have suddenly turned on, well, what is now the Empire. Bartender, is there, like you mentioned that there was these troopers around. Is there anyone we can talk to? Perhaps someone we can help try to make sense of this, or if there are any rogue, scary Jedi around that we could help track down.
Name's Dax, by the way. If you could not call me Bartender, that'd be sweet.
Wench.
She looks like she could crush you in her fucking hands. Just FYI. Like, she doesn't look like she's going to do that to you, but she could definitely do that to you. She is very tall and broad, and is a her hand, like, when she's been like pouring drinks and doing her work, she has the hands of someone that has used their hands for their entire life.
Okay, so what was her name again?
Dax.
Dax. I was like, oh, sorry, Dax, didn't mean any.
No, don't worry, it's a joke. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys kind of look like shit at the moment, but you guys seem alright, especially brave, I might say. I mean, you came into the sliver on your first day. Not a lot of people do that.
Having a heavily armed bodyguard droid also benefits to the brave.
Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
I gurgled at the end. having a heavily armed bodyguard droid also adds to one's bravery.
So she's like, I'm sure a lot of people would kill to have the services of a bodyguard droid around here, to be honest.
Deflated robot noises.
Give me a second. I have little annotations on my map. Where the heck is that?
So ring, that's it.
Did you guys see that? Oh, you can see that.
Yes,
There
we
you
could
go.
see that.
Cool. I don't know whether I should let that. Fuck it. No, let's put that out there as well, because I've got another one that I.
So sorry, I think the
moved.
conversation kind of went in a couple of directions, but yeah, we asked if there's anything we can do to help the local authorities or find out more about what's going on with the Jedi.
Yeah, so she says that, like, I don't think the authorities probably want any help, but I guess if you've got any information about any runaway Jedi, the local outposts will certainly pay for that kind of information if it leads to the capture of any of them.
Okay. So what we know is that there's a guild nearby, the Freelancers Guild, and then we have the Outpost CD3 not too far as well.
If you guys, okay, well, she also kind of like leans in a bit for this next bit and goes, if you're interested in any, let's say less than legal work, you can also come have a chat around here. There are some types that would handsomely pay for the services of if you could handle yourselves. You guys look relatively competent. It's just the three of you.
I mean, there are more of us, but
now approaching the Grand.
We won't.
Yeah, you know what? Cool. As you say that, you've been having this conversation. Face and TA1, you guys. Actually, you hear. Sorry. I assume that you guys have told them where you are because you've got you've got communicators, right?
Communicators, yep.
Yep. So at that moment, Face and TA1 enter, and in that moment, Dax stops what she's saying and stiffens up and kind of turns towards Face and says, "You're a long way from your outpost, trooper."
TA1 turns around and says, "Hello, I am TA1. Are you in the need of bodyguarding, mercenary, or engineering expertise?"
Is my mic working? Hello? Okay.
Oh, yes. Here now.
I do not want to be there. I do not want to be there. I do not want to be there. No.
You don't want to go in the bar?
No. I am not going in. No. Hell no. I'm in full uniform. Fuck off.
Okay.
Hell no.
Okay, fantastic. Well, in that case, okay, so let's rewind that because you guys, Face and TA1, you guys know where they are. What do you want to do? Just so we know where the conversations can go.
I'm gonna go in.
Ryan, if you want to be with them, that's fine. Like you want to head there, but I do not want to be going into the sliver by myself in full uniform. No, thank you.
Just turn this off to talk out of character for a sec. But honestly, that's up to you. Like, do you have anything else that you would require TA1 to do? Are you going to wait outside, or are you going to stay? You're going to catch the ring back to the starport?
I was probably going to catch the ring back to the starport. Honestly,
okay.
Like, I was going to catch the ring back to starport. I was going to ask Adam if I could purchase some cloaks or something to at least to cover myself so I don't look like a clone trooper in full uniform.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys
send TA1 to do that. I can come back with clothes that are completely not suitable for that.
No, thank you.
All good.
Okay.
I'm just playing the
But,
naive droid.
You can
that's
send
something
my
really minor.
Yeah,
can-
absolutely. Like,
You can
there's
send my character to do it if you like, because it actually is a protocol droid and will bring you back the right clothes.
Well, that's the thing, though. I'm not with you guys at the moment because we just went and did the thing at the starport.
But we do have
I've already-
communicators.
We have
For later.
communicators.
Yeah, so I was literally just gonna wait for you guys at the ship. Honestly.
Okay, cool. So, Face is chilling out at the ship just to not to alert any suspicions. Sounds good. So TA1, would you then move on to find everyone else?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So at that point, we'll say TA1 enters, and you have your line about requesting droids, and then Dax looks up at the droid and then looks back at the three of you and goes, "So you've got another droid? She with you?"
Indeed.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're interested in, the offer still stands.
Okay. I think I speak for the rest of the party when I say we are very interested to, at the very least, hear out what the job may be. Who do we need to talk to?
Me?
Okay.
You guys, actually, let me just check. That's not. Before I tell you any details, I think I need to know a little bit about you. The issue I have here is that the last thing I want is I don't want any business happening that. We're in a time of chaos, and the last thing I want is for troopers to be around here. Have we got that right?
Understood.
So, do we have any reason for you guys to
not want to be there?
So, do we have any? Yeah. So she would just ask you guys all about. She would ask you like your names and where you're from.
Okay. My name's Craig, and I'm actually originally from Mandalore. So another piece of information that might be helpful for me is if you come across any Mandalorians or know of, I would love to know.
Well, you seem like a good kid. And particularly if we develop a nice working relationship, maybe.
Okay.
I can always keep my ear out. There's not many Mandalorians around here. You won't find around here. There's I heard of one of them I heard rumors that there's one around here doing some high profile bodyguard work.
Oh.
Don't know where he would be though. He doesn't like people that get bodyguarded don't generally come around to the sliver.
Fair enough.
And she kind of looks towards Hask, especially for like a bit of an introduction.
Just give me 1 sec. I'm just looking for something.
And while we're waiting for Hask for that, I say to her as well. I'm like, and don't worry about us drawing stormtrooper attention. We would rather keep off their radar as well. I think it's generally better for most people to not be in the eyesight of the troopers. What's the bartender's name again?
Dax.
Dax.
While Husks looks up that stuff, I'd introduce myself. I'd say, hello, I am TA1. I am originally from Raxus Prime. Or at least, that's where my last activation date was. I am most recently from Coruscant.
She's like, so how'd you make your way out all the way out here?
So I'm just again out of character. Just for the record, TA1 is
Can't lie.
it can lie, doesn't understand the concept.
Yeah. And as TA1, in case TA1 was about to blurt out the actual answer, I just kind of like jump in and just say, well, we all managed to scrape together some funds and made a fairly hasty exit out of there. We were there for a short period. We noticed there was some trouble going down and we did not want to be on planet for it. So we got the first opportunity off system as quickly as we could.
I was hired by... Actually, I forgot his name. Famous character.
It's where was it? I've got it in my sheet. Zalak.
I was hired by Zalak, but he is not here. I am now. I am now with these fine people.
So,
Yeah. Okay. So I remove the front of my mask, and it's just a regular, edgy-looking edgelord, as you can see in the picture. And I just kind of grumble, I'm from Coruscant. There's not much else to this story. And then I put my mask back on, and that's it. And the look that I give her is a look of a bit of a disdain of authority. It's not a I'm from Coruscant, I'm going to obey the law sort of thing,
Yeah.
It looks like, I hope that the impression she gets from looking at my face is, I grew up on Coruscant, and I'm not fucking happy with Coruscant and authorities in general.
Every time you say Coruscant, I feel like you're trying to say croissant and make me hungry. That's amazing.
Is that make sense, Adam? Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I get that kind of like you like the people at the back of the room are like, you're trying to look like you have been around before, and you are not exactly you're not one to really kind of hold the authority in high regard.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I am of few words so far.
Yeah. So she says, well, that's pleasure to meet all of you. Okay, you guys, you all seem trustworthy enough. And it's not like I don't have it's not like I can't reach out for help if something really goes wrong. Anyway. So we have a bit of a job. We've got some associates that I work for. Maybe looking to liberate a crate that we believe will be in a warehouse. The crate, our intelligence is telling us that it's full of illegal goods. And we think those goods would be better off in our hands. It's pretty straightforward. You just need to get in, take the gear, and bring it back. How does that sound?
What kind of a cut we're gonna get?
Well,
how do you know we ain't just gonna take it and fuck off?
That would, that would probably be against your it would be against your
best interests.
Your best interests
and our reputation.
To take the goods without delivering the service. You'll be paid well for any services rendered. We don't want if there may be people. There may be some guards posted, and we would hope that you deal with them how you see fit. We would prefer I would prefer a more non-permanent option, but the rest of my associates probably wouldn't care either way. A difference of opinion, let's put it. If you, I mean, I'll give you some time to have a bit of a think about it. But if you want to come, there, we can negotiate payment. It's pretty. It will be a fairly standard 500 credits. Yeah, she says 500 credits per individual.
500 credits per individual. Table talk, is that a good amount of money?
I say I'm like 700 credits.
So the real question is she counting the droids as people?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, she is.
Oh, okay.
She would say, so for the four of you, it'd be 2,000 credits.
I see. So I negotiate 700. Do I need to roll for that?
Roll persuasion.
What do you negotiate 9 credits? Give us the line. Give us the failed line by the looks of it.
Oh, the pay. Yeah, 9.
Okay,
okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready? What about 700?
That's good.
She said, well, it might be, but call 500 a first timer's rate.
Okay.
You said 500 each. Does that imply that if we had another person, they would also get 500, or is that purely on the numbers that you see ahead of you?
Do you have another person?
We may be able to bring another person in depending on the risk and the nature of the job.
If we assess the job to need a little extra precision, we may bring in our special hands to help get the job done.
His name is Face.
Face, huh?
That's enough out of you, TA.
He is currently waiting at the ship.
I don't actually say that.
I'll need to meet this Face before I sign off. But if you have, it's 500 a head. That's the standard arrangement.
That's the stand. But anyone that we bring in must meet your get your stamp of approval. Got it.
That she kind of nods and says, "It's that kind of a business."
Understood. Okay. Well, can you give us more information, or is that the most you can give us right now? Because, like you said, we would like to know whether we want to bring in one or more people.
Sorry, what was that? You said you want it, yeah.
Basically, how much information can you give us about this job, so that we can determine if we need more people?
How many people can we expect to come across? How much cargo are we trying to liberate? Do we need extra hands to carry it?
The cargo should be, from what we can tell, it's a large. It's one large crate. The dimensions should be around. When we heard word of it, we can estimate it to be around, say, it's by almost like 6 foot by, like 6 by 4 by 4 kind of thing. So you would need 2 people to carry the
At
crate,
least 2 people to carry.
or probably like kind of a dolly or something.
Mm.
Or, I mean, you could crack the case open and bring whatever is inside it. But the crate,
Yeah,
the
but
crate,
it's
the
quite
crate.
sizable.
Yeah, the crate is sizable. It's a sizable cache. Yes. So she says, yeah, it'll be you'll need at least 2 people to carry it. That is, yeah. And she will give you the cache is located. The cargo, Jesus. So it is. She would say the location. She gives you the location of the warehouse and says it's which is in the freighters hub. If you look on the map, it's a short trip from the freighters hub, or from the main freighters hub station. Like it's in that zone. And it is owned. It's in the warehouse owned by a business. The business is Car Center Freighters.
Okay.
So that and
How you spell that?
Karsena. Car Center.
Cool.
Yep. The business is Car Center Freighters, and yeah, they have word that the shipment is coming in tomorrow from Offworld, and they are going to want to liberate that shipment.
Right, so it's coming tomorrow from Offworld. Okay.
Yep. You need you've got to if you want to grab the stuff, you'll have to find a way to either stash it or get it over back to us. We can have some people help, but we would need to have some kind of. If we're paying you to do this, you'll need to be the one to come up with the
means
with the means.
Okay.
That's part of the job.
I think we can figure something out.
It would help to know what the contents of the crate is, so that we may prepare properly.
Sometimes you don't ask questions like that.
We don't know if she points at Hass and goes, now that's the kind of talk that I like to hear.
That's the attitude.
However, we are not sure, but we believe it to be a shipment of arms that we would like to acquire.
Okay. Curious indeed. Okay.
Why would someone be shipping body parts?
Just a whole big stack of limbs.
Oh,
he looks at X3P and goes, guns.
It could be. It could have been robotic arms.
I mean, I guess I should have been looking at my patterns of speech when I've got 2 droids in front of me, but my mistake, I guess.
It's
that was on me. I set the bar too low.
It just so happens that we may also be looking for some arms. So maybe if we deliver said package back to you, we could negotiate a deal, forfeit that 500 credits, and maybe we can get a bit of a discount on some kind of a weapon. We'll talk about that when we get back.
She says, I'm sure we could potentially work out some non-credit options if that is what you would like.
So I just want to do a quick what do you call it? Perception check to see, because I'm kind of like, if it's weapons, sick. It's a good chance to deliver them, and then maybe we can work out a deal. If it's not weapons and she's fucking lying, that's kind of what I want to get out of this perception check. So I'm testing her. Insight, sorry.
Insight, please. Yes.
Just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Oh god, these rolls.
Well, with 14, you you don't get any signs of deception from her. She's being, her body language indicates she is being, she's quite, I would say, brash, a brash individual. She is not, she's being quite friendly, but is not being afraid because she's huge. So she gets to, it affords her a certain level of protection, respect around here from her position. But when she talks to you, she's been a bit more cagey and a bit quieter. But that is more from what you gather to be because of the nature of the conversation, not because she has anything to hide.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Good.
Cool. I guess I've got one more question. Like,
Mhm.
we are going to go away and consult our associate and see if they would be interested or available or suitable. Is there any means for us to keep in comms with yourself or an associate of yours, either to confirm or even on mission?
For security reasons, I think you guys should just come back to the bar. I'm the only bartender here.
Back in a sec.
Okay.
I just turn around for a sec, just lean back to the group so she can't hear us. But look, why don't we just take it? I mean, we take it and we fuck off. We don't have to come back here.
Because she's probably got a whole bunch of friends that will chase us down, and we're already being chased by one.
No. I mean, let's just take the job and go get it done.
Oh, yeah. No,
sorry.
Actually,
Yeah.
yes.
Why don't we just say, let's do it? The thing is, so we could tell her that we know Face. We have an inside guy, but we don't know if she'll trust us.
No, she has zero trust for troopers, and if we were to bring Face in trooper uniform, she'll be like, "Yeah, no, you guys know."
Yeah. So we can't.
I do not want to be get some clothes for him.
Yeah. So basically, we need Face to not be a trooper if we're going to bring him back to the Silk Ring.
Yes, but it could work when we get back. We'll talk to Face because it might work in our offer. We might be able to use his authority or his look of authority to be like, "Hey, let us into here." Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get back. But do you want to just take this job and go?
Yeah, I'm happy to take the job.
All right, let's do it and go back to Face.
Yeah, we could just not bother introducing Face and just take this.
Yeah, let's just go. So, if you guys are happy,
the only downside, and if we care about the money, is that if we say there's only 4 of us, we will only get the payment for 4 people.
Dude, I am literally your property. You can just have my share.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Honestly,
I'm happy with it. I was just putting that forward to the party. I don't mind.
I know Face is not with us, but technically, I kind of owe him one because he did save us. He did help us escape. So I'm happy to forfeit some credits or some weapons, whatever we get out of this, to him. So if you guys are happy, then we'll turn back around to Dax, and we'll just say we'll take this job.
I mean, can I put something out there? No. You can certainly say that, but just as we've kind of stepped away, I kind of want to just quickly tap buzz Joey on our communicator or Face on the communicator and hey, look, we're at the Silk Ring. We're in the process of getting a job. Are you interested?
I think we just tell him when we get back, and you know what? If he's not keen, we stiff it and just get off world.
No. Or would he like to kind of come and actually meet Dax? Or if he's happy to just join us once we've said the yes.
Yeah, Joey.
We can't. Yeah. Okay. Can we communicate that to him?
Yeah.
We have smartphones. Don't worry.
Yeah. Basically, we step away. We Dax is not in earshot, and we literally just call him up to be like, "Hey, are you interested? You can't be a trooper, but are you interested?"
So you guys would be like, okay. So you guys would be saying you guys got a job. So my first question would be, what kind of job?
Arms recovery.
Illegal.
Are we stealing from the Republic? Are we stealing from what? Do we know what we're stealing? Where?
We don't know who we're stealing from.
Well, it's a company.
You actually do know who you're stealing from. You're stealing from Carstena Freighters.
Yeah, Carstena Freighters.
Does that ring a bell?
Does it ring a bell? Is that one of the arms dealers that provides arms to the public? I don't think so, because a lot of all the arms are supplied by the Camino. So this doesn't sound familiar.
There is a million different soul trading freighter companies. Like all you need is a fucking YT ship, and you're a freighting company. Congratulations, and you can transport stuff around the place.
Okay, so this is just some tiny little arms company.
I mean, it's a shipping company. It's a freighting company.
Okay. It's like a job's a job. I'm in.
Okay.
Easy. So, all right. Well, good. Well, then if you're happy, we turn back around to the bar chick, and we're just like, yeah, well, I've finished the drink, slam it down. Not too hard to break a bar, but enough to be like, as like an approving acceptance kind of bash. Like, yeah, win, and that's it.
So she has a bit of a smile, and says, "Well, it's always nice to have new people a part of the. Let's say, it's always nice to meet some new friends, the White Worms."
White Worms.
Interesting.
And
I wish I knew what that was.
And she then kind of looks out the front window a little bit and says, "Where are you guys staying tonight? It's getting pretty dark out there, and you said you're from off-world."
We were gonna head back and camp out in our ship, basically.
She kind of leans back with her brows furrowed, like she's trying to pass what you just said. She's, there are hotels around here, right?
It's like, why would you do that?
Like, there are rooms with I mean, I don't know how comfortable your ship is, but surely you could get an actual bed and a meal in a hotel.
Oh, I do not require sustenance.
We're here because we're strapped for cash. We ain't got much cash to spend, so we're gonna be coming out in our ship. Like, it's kind of obvious, like, that's why we're here taking this job.
You're desperate.
Yeah, we're desperate, but we get the shit done.
Honestly, the ship is a lot nicer than. Here you go.
I have to say something very quickly. This feels like, either a young teenager This feels like a young teenager that's been let out by his parents to play emo with his robot toys.
Joey, I'm so surprised that you've nailed it in one.
But he's like a Texan emo boy, so he's got that little bit of country twang that makes it a tiny bit intimidating, which is terrifying.
Sometimes it's
like, I am a bad person. Yeah.
Only my diary knows who I am.
No, I'm thinking that little kid villain from Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Dude.
The one with the gel backhand, like the blue suit. I forget his name.
Yeah.
Gideon.
Sorry for
Pageant prima donna.
Gideon.
Sorry for distracting everyone, but
fine.
I just want to, because this is what it feels like right now. Just a little emo kid trying to play emo with a whole bunch of his toys that he's been let free by his parents.
Honestly, the ship is a step up from TA1's other quarters. So she's like, I don't care. She's a robot.
Well, right there and then, I'll actually, again, stepping back, I'll call up Face again to be like, hey, our proprietor is asking, and I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, I'm assuming the offer was for us to be staying here, effectively?
No.
What do you think? This place is a bar. It's not a hotel. I mean, the hotel's just down the street.
Okay, no. I thought it was like the usual sort of bar hotel sorts of places where there's you can have a meal and stay in a room or something like that.
In Star Wars, generally it's more modern, where it's like it's not a tavern. It's more like this is a bar, and there are hotels in the area. Which are more standard lodging, accommodation, food, all that kind of stuff.
I don't know how I can subtly communicate. No, I can't because conversation. Go.
Okay, well, yeah, with that being the case, then I'm like, okay, no, you make a fair point. Well, we'll see where we can go. If you have any recommendations, by all means, but we'll regroup.
There's a few places. Depends on how much money you're willing to spend. There's Habat's just a bit further east. It's more on more on the good side between the central and the sliver, as people would roughly put it.
Mm-hmm.
Habat's a good dude. You've also got Zinfandel Apartments, kind of more in the middle of central. And I mean, you guys don't look like you're the people that are going to be ritzy, but the Adagio's open as well.
I think Habat sounds like our price range. So yeah, that might be where we go. Thanks for the info.
Yep. Well, just come on back when you're ready to
go.
Ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm keen to just
Pass.
regroup effectively, and then we can decide whether we're going to go to a hotel or not.
Are we outside? I mean, Craig, we should. I think we should stick together. I'm happy to sleep in the ship. Go and get Face because we don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm still quite hesitant about her. We could walk in there. It could be a trap. I mean, I don't know. I'm just cautious, is all. So
Yeah,
I don't want
enough.
to tell her where we're staying or what we're doing. You know, we just got shot to shit by what we thought was the authority, but yeah. So I mean, what do you guys want to do?
I'm putting it forward to the only other living creature in the party.
The droids just power down. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So
We spent 3 hours performing maintenance.
Let's get back to the ship.
Yeah, no, we can head back to the ship, but on the way I'll call Face and just be like, hey, we've had a few hotels recommended to us. Do we want to stay in the ship or actually stay somewhere nice?
So that's up to you guys. However, considering that, I am a trooper, I don't think it's a good idea for me to stay in a hotel.
Okay, fair enough. Let's stay in the ship then.
So,
we need to get you some clothes, Face.
The clothes, the problem is the clothes might help a little bit, but my face is pretty recognizable.
It's very standard. Very stormtrooper standard.
It's very stormtrooper.
Very clone trooper standard.
Hey, why don't you borrow Haas's mask?
Absolutely.
That's actually not a bad idea. Why don't we just procure you one of them Django Fett helmets?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
maybe not Mandalorian armor specifically, but yes, a helmet.
Yeah, like a combat helmet of some kind.
So get a combat helmet and some other armor. Would be nice.
You don't have to use surplus trooper armor. You can bet your own style and shit from all that free market nonsense.
Yeah, but I shift uncomfortably, but this is what I'm used to.
This is what I know.
I kind of understand that, similar to the Mandalore and their armor.
But off topic, in character, off character, yes, he needs other armor. A helmet would be nice, kind of thing.
Actually, maybe you don't. Maybe you just need to customize what you have. It's a combat rig, right? That means it's got certain amounts of universal attachments to accommodate for other weapons.
The molding specifically looks like trooper make. The helmet is a dead giveaway because that's standard issue. Because this armor is now produced on Coruscant and produced in factories, but it is originally of Camino and design, which is pretty unique to the troopers.
I don't think we should be modifying it because it's gonna get us. It's gonna help us. There's gonna be a situation where
I'm not modifying this. I would rather get a second set that I can use to go as incognito.
What about? Can we patch up your broken set, or did you throw that away?
I got rid of that.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys haven't gone into that yet.
Unless
he got rid of that.
Unless we figure out a way to get you make you invisible. I don't know how we're gonna get you around the
I'm
city. without being
sure
spotted.
you can buy armor sets from somewhere. I'm sure
Okay.
there's some kind of armorer somewhere where I can buy, I can buy an armor set.
Is this a conversation we're having over a communicator, or have we met it back
I
up?
think communicator probably.
Let's
are we
just
back
assume it's at the ship.
Yeah, because
Yeah, let's go back. We're at the ship. Is that cool, Adam?
I mean, if you guys want to go back to the ship, then that's fine. It's just a quick mag train. Like, not a problem. I'm not going to have to
We're all
play through everything. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
we're all
Then, yeah,
pretty
then-
pretty beat up. Why don't we have our rest and then sort out the armor in the morning?
I think. Are we limited for time? I mean, we've got to get. This shipment's
Not
coming
really.
tomorrow.
shipment's coming tomorrow, and we want to get off planet. Not to...
She would give you like Dax would have told you to meet back here, because if the shipment's coming in tomorrow, they would be wanting you to meet up back here around like late morning, like say I'm just going to use Earth as a time, like 11 o'clock.
Why don't we just throw a tablecloth over him so he's got a poncho, and then he can go without his helmet?
Well, my thought was if we were on the communicator, we could stop at, I don't know, the bazaar or something.
Stop
which
it
tells me to marketplace, and we
Stop
just
at
pick up a
Space
helmet along the
Spotlight
way.
and grab him
That's-
some tunics.
Adam,
Yes.
how much does armor set cost? How much does armor cost in this game?
Depends. Like, what is your armor currently?
My current armor is light battle armor. So
Light battle
something
armor.
equivalent, or just can I get a prices of armor? Because I would like to see how much armor costs.
Absolutely. So you can actually have I will link the armor table, and if I can, you can. I can't really. Okay. Oh, does that?
Light, is it?
Okay. So here's. I'll drop it into the cantina. That's it there. If you look, the stuff in the PHB is stuff that you could reasonably find in most markets. If you find an armorer, someone that's selling armor, anything in the PHB will pretty much, you can have a find. You can find it somewhere.
You might have some old gear from like the first edition of the PHB too, Joey, because that armor doesn't exist.
That would be. You said you had light battle armor. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Maybe that does not exist. You're a fighter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. And you get.
Oh, sorry, mesh armor or combat suit.
Yeah, mesh armor or combat suit. You can.
I'd go with combat suit.
The combat suit is 11 plus dex, and the fiber armor is 12 plus dex. Is that it? Yeah, they're light armors.
Yeah, actually, I have light battle armor as well.
Light battle armor, is that what you have? So
Yeah.
just check, because they've renamed a lot of stuff.
Okay, let me...
Oh, actually, or is it mech? Or is it mesh? Is that what you... Did they say mesh? They're mesh armor. Mesh armor is 13 plus dex, and it's medium armor.
So yeah, in that case, what I would have is mesh armor.
Cool. All right. Well, as per that, if you wanted to buy mesh armor, that like a replacement suit, that just looks very standard. Like it's a more private. Like it's a private company.
Like commercial, like
commercial gear.
Yeah,
The mesh arm.
commercial product.
The mesh arm would run you 500 credits, and that includes a I believe that includes a helmet as well. The mesh armor.
Oh,
I'll have to double check, because a lot of this stuff doesn't actually have a lot of it doesn't actually have images or anything like that. Mesh armor, but you don't buy in this system. You don't buy like pieces individually. So I'm willing to say if you wanted a helmet to go with that, then you're already spending 500 credits. I don't really see an issue there. I'll see if there's actually just a image of mesh armor in Star Wars. Oh, yeah, there is. Cool. Okay.
I could potentially fashion a helmet with my like tinkering proficiency. It probably won't be combat ready, but it would be enough to pass, like to cover your face effectively. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
all we need is a head covering, really, to disguise his face.
That's what I mean, right? Like I could literally probably bash something out in the space of the rest of the long rest because I only need 3 hours for a long rest. As a thought, I don't know what you want to do.
It's up to Joey, really.
Yeah.
That's fine. As if it doesn't come with armor, then doesn't come with If it doesn't come with a helmet, then doesn't come with a helmet.
it does. So
yeah.
mesh armor
cool.
does come with a helmet. I've actually got an image that is from the old Star Wars, the Old Republic, which it's going to look more modern than this because this is like an old version of this armor. But imagine something similar to this.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, I don't have my Durasteel armor anymore.
So it's got a lot of it's a combination of metal plating, mesh between the main pieces, and what looks like leather and cloth as an over the top.
That's fine, I reckon, Joe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Yep. The helmet can look like that, but it can also look like something else if you particularly envision something. It can come with a helmet. Most armor in this universe comes with some form of helmet simply because you get shot at a lot. So a lot of people wear helmets. Or even a visor, even if it's like something over the face and eyes, leaving part of the face exposed.
Hey, Adam, I'm taking battle armor instead because apparently the Durasteel armor doesn't exist anymore either.
Yeah.
Except it's a Durasteel exoskeleton and it costs 15,000 credits, so no.
The Durasteel was that? God, I don't know. The heavy exoskeleton is quite expensive.
Yeah, I'm just getting the battle armor.
Yep, battle armor.
Cool.
Which is 16 DC.
I think maybe tomorrow I might just quickly. Tomorrow after this, I'll sort out my equipment.
Yeah, just run. We'll go everything as is right now, but just double check because there have been a lot of addition changes since we went through the minutiae of everything. Cool.
Oh, shit, are my electro-stun grenades still a thing?
I'm sure they are. I think I even saw stun grenades in there. They're one of the types. Just check that they work the same though. So, yeah. So, are you guys going to? Face, did you want to pick some armor up on the way back, or?
If I can, that'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. I would actually say that so you managed to actually snag yourself some bits and pieces. So you have a data pad which wouldn't have anything related on there about where to buy stuff, but you guys did actually go through the information kiosk, and I think you guys grabbed some. I didn't stop to talk to anyone, but you grabbed some some information on the area as you're going through. And as Ben succinctly put it, that the bazaar is a large market area for just general wares. And then having a walk around, you easily find a
Oops.
Where is it? I've got so much stuff around here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Wrong one.
You easily find yourself an armorer, an armor smith, run by a Bothan named Calum, and who is more than happy to go through and sell you wares, and you're able to find that mesh suit pretty easily.
Cool.
Easy. So
I won't let you have to roleplay all that stuff.
Let's
do that later.
What is the plan for this to actually do this heist? Because we want to run in there guns blazing. She said that she'd prefer not to kill people, but her familiars were fine with it. I'm more on the side of not killing people. It would be nice if there was a way to do this without killing anyone. What are your thoughts?
X3PX buzzes up a little bit. It would be the suggested tactic to find a vantage point to set up a overwatching position with snipers so that we can storm the building with non-lethal munitions.
How does table talk? I'm lost. How does with the snipers? Oh, you mean like non-lethal munitions, like silencing,
stun grenades, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like
How long's a
gas
stun?
grenades? I've got stun grenades. There's like all sorts of stuff we can get for this, but like,
how many hours are they out for?
mm,
Okay, if you guys want to do stun grenades,
I like as mechanically, all blasters have like a stun function, and then you just choose not to do lethal damage when you fight things.
Yep.
will this be enough to put them down so they're not a problem?
Yeah, it works just the same, except you're just
The
choosing not to
fight
kill
would be the
people.
same,
That's how
yeah.
that's how the table map works.
It's standard for that ruling. It is standard D&D where it is like I choose to do non-lethal damage, and unless you're doing an egregiously lethal action, like you can't, for example, cast disintegrate non-lethally. But
Okay, yep.
for swinging a sword, you can say I'm going to do it non-lethally, and thematically you hit him with the back end of the sword or whatever.
Okay.
Or you
Yeah,
aim for like a non-critical position, like you aim for like the knees or
Whatever.
something. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But can I lightly disintegrate them?
Sure, if you want.
Just
Like
a little charring.
Bit of third
I think
degree
one of you
burning.
know that
That's about it.
scene in like the first Star Wars movie where they do change the stun mode and they do that like circle blast thing. It's that.
Yeah, they
All
actually do.
blasters
They
do that because they're just like tasing
They have
on steroids, right?
standard blasters actually have a stun mode. The
they're
interesting
back
thing
in
is, I
the
think one of you guys picked up a disintegration pistol.
Yep.
The acid pistol.
That absolutely does not have a stun mode. That is, if you hit someone, they will fucking die, like, or disintegrate. Like, there is just not much. That gun is built for killing things. But most pistols, totally fine.
TA1, is there a way for you to bring up like a schematic of the freighters hub so we can see that, or is that not a thing you can do?
You mean like me personally, like an R2D2 sort of thing?
Yes, if there was a way to get access to just a map of that building, or something, plans for it, something that we're going into.
I actually do have Astrotech instruments installed, so...
Is that something we can do?
Well, I guess. So you want me to, just out of character, you want me to actually go get the things, or you wanted me to bring up a display of the freighter thing?
It would be good. My thinking is it would be good to know where we're going, so we know the layout, we know exactly how to get in, get out.
I could potentially
wandering around.
Okay, let me do this in character.
I could access a data port to get more information about the layout of the area.
Okay, and Adam, I hope that using that knowledge, we know exactly where to go. That's the thought behind it.
Oh, okay. So they know you have actually been given the location. You actually know where it is. So she's given you a point. That would be on like a. How would sorry, give me a second. Just helping out. Oh, fuck. I think I just closed down the window that I needed. Sorry.
That's right. I want to go in there knowing exactly the direction to go on the map rather than kind of exploring around. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, do you mean of the on the Corellian map? Oh yeah. So you would have a specific location. I can even write it in on the map.
Yeah, no, the inside of the warehouse.
When
He wants a tactical map, basically.
Yes.
Ah.
Well, how about this? How about put it this way? How about the security map that shows all the camera locations, the guard stations, all that sort of stuff?
And hopefully that would tell us where to go and give us advantage on possibly the first attack because we might see where they are or something. and we
Cool.
go, okay, that's the freight where we need to pick it up. But
And how we're going to get it out of there, that sort of thing.
yes, that's what I'm trying to get.
In which case, yes, Adam, I would have TA1 attempt to access a data port to get that sort of schematic.
Does that mean you could show us the actual map that you got prepared, Adam?
So I would not show you the direct map until you're probably in there. But if you wanted to, what we would do to simulate that is if you wanted to get access to some kind of schematic, I could describe the building, or I could describe the interior, and you guys try and figure out what that looks like.
Yeah.
And then when you go in there, that discrepancy between what you think it looks like and what it is.
All right, will that help you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do that.
Cool. So if you guys want to get a schematic of the building, you'd probably need to.
It'd probably be in the information kiosk, would it not? And I could hack that. Or potentially a security outpost.
Yeah, you would need to. I'm just trying to think of where they would have all that stuff, all that information, because this is like a blueprint of a building, which is not really.
Yeah.
Not really something that it would be something stored on. I mean, okay. Let's say this. It would actually, you could get it from the information kiosk, because theoretically, it would be attached to the same government network, right? However, because it's a related network, it's going to be a pretty hard check for you guys to get that. Like, you would actually have to go into like some kind of administration building where they keep all this stuff locally to find an easier time.
I think it's less blueprint. Like, they're not talking engineering designs here. We're talking like again, security layout. So I would say probably security building rather than government building. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. So yes. So what do you want? Like a layout of the
like where the cameras are, where the guard outposts are, where the guards take, like what route the guards are supposed to take. You know, that sort of stuff.
Yup. Okay.
Oh shit! I just realized I know exactly what you're talking about. That's a thing.
What? What's that? Sorry.
Sorry, the thing Ryan just mentioned. I know what the real world equivalent of that is. It's called a magnetic one database.
Right. So you can't. You want to know where all the like. So that information would be on. You'd have to get access to the Carcena freighters. Like system, right? Is that what you're saying? Because
are they in? Do they own the area around their freighter? Like, that's.
I mean, it's a business that they own the building, right?
Yeah. So yes, it'd be their systems, it'd be their building and their security, right?
Yes, that would all be stuff that they own. Yep.
Okay, so it sounds like we can't really get a proper schematic of insight into the building.
Unless one of us walks up to the building beforehand and tries to hack in, right?
Yep. Most things work on a local area, like a local network.
Yep.
For stuff like that information.
So maybe
network is the most secure network.
Maybe we head down there. We get one person to go in, a droid slicer, try and hack into it to get the info, come back, explain very ad hoc the layout, and then we just go in. I don't know, because there's no other plan.
I mean, the other thing you could also do is just like scout it out, like just physically scout the building out.
All right, let's just do that.
That's
cool.
Let's just fucking let's do that.
So it's actually at night time now. So do you guys want to do this scouting now, or do you want to take a rest?
I would do that because I don't actually need to sleep, and then like
I can also.
Yeah, it might be less suspicious for the droids to scout.
Yeah, can we like prepare like a hollow map of the exterior of the building by like scouting it out at street level as droid boys?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Okay.
And we can plan the attack.
And then we can rest. Like, you guys can do that, we can rest.
Yeah.
Droid boys!
Droid boys! Also, droid boys!
Good.
Are you okay
Droid boys.
to leave us, Grant?
Yeah.
I thought your prime directive was to look after us Jedis.
No, serve Jedis.
Serve Jedis. Okay.
What kind of area is this? Is it a nice area? Is it a bad area? What kind of area is it?
It's an
What kind
industrial
of
area.
Yes.
Yeah. So, are there
Affluent but grubby.
are there patrols in this area? As in, like,
That's what we hope to find out.
Well, here's the thing. If I go in my armor, I could give you some sense of, hey, we're patrolling, just looking out for stuff. I don't know. It's an idea. But
You just take the droids with you.
yeah, just take the droids with me.
Do
Why
it.
not? But
No.
I'll leave. You know what? No, I'll leave the droids to do their droid stuff because I don't think I should go.
Yeah, and I think we need a rest.
Yes,
I'm not gonna bring as many guns as I normally do because that would be a bit suspicious. And I'm only gonna have the little ion blaster I keep in my leg holster like Robocop.
Okay. So sorry. So you guys are going to take a rest now?
Humans. Well,
Humans,
the
yes.
living beings. What do we describe it?
Organic
Yes.
beings.
Organics.
Organics. Yeah, the
Meat
organics will
Squishies.
tag the rest. And yeah, the droids go scout.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Beep boop, I am Scoutbot.
Beep boop.
Okay. That sounds good. So, if you so you guys all get to rest, and night has fallen, and the people going asleep, you guys can all level up.
How do we do that?
So you guys will all hit level 2. So look at your stuff on the Star Wars SWE.com website and look at your level.
SW5E.com.
SW5E.com. That's it.
There's a table that says level 2 real quick, and then it explains all the stuff in the table a little further down.
Yep.
Cool, thanks.
You don't add a +2 to your proficiency bonus, it remains +2.
Ooh, Road Max.
Are you rolling for health?
Oh, he got his hit die. Look at that.
Boy.
Roll in the chat. Brave man. Love it.
Max hit die.
That's a good fighty boy.
Love to see it. Okay. So, the droids, you guys head out there and you guys head out to the location that has been given to you. And you guys see the area that you're coming through. So when you disembark from the Freighters Hub station, it's a short walk over. So I'll even write it on the map here. I'm gonna have to write this in black text because I'm automatically writing in white, and that's not helpful.
1d10.
Come on.
2.
Freighters.
Joey, how did you roll your hit die?
I just clicked hit die. On your character
There
sheet,
you
you've
go.
got hit dice. Just click that.
Hit dice. Boom.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed.
You're going to have to learn a particularly nimble fighting style, young Padawan.
So my max is now up to 17.
Cool. So the freighter, as we're going through this, as you guys leave the Freighters Hub and move out a short distance away, you see Carsana Freighters building, and it's a lot of this is pretty very similar, almost like kind of almost cube like freighter, like big warehouses. Everything's pretty still. There's not a lot of, like, generally you would expect to see a lot of smoke kind of rising up from the nearby stacks as, all the industrial machinery gets put to work day in, day out, but everything seems to be pretty still in night at the moment. There are some kind of street lamps illuminating the path as you can kind of see these network of streets that go all out to these different buildings. You reach the marked warehouse, and you can already see it. There's the lights kind of reflect onto the warehouse and has this big bold yellow writing that says Carcena, like emblazoned across the side.
Can I tinker with the street light to turn it off?
You can give me a roll.
Would that be Tinker's tools?
Sure. What do Tinker's tools actually do there? Integrated Tinker's tools. That from memory, Tinker's tools are anything with the like the manipulation of mechanical objects, right?
Yeah, I can send you the link.
Sure, but I think with that's enough for you to kind of where's that's fine. Go the Tinker's.
So does TA1 have like a light in her forehead? Its forehead, rather. I'm not sure if it's a gendered robot.
Well, she appears effectively like her token there, except the armor is a little bit more rusty and broken and...
Oh, good. So we're not going to be doing a robot Sam Fisher then.
No. Hang on. Let me send this to Adam, one sec.
Just Tinker's implements, but it doesn't really go the way I want it to go.
I renamed it for thematic reasons. It is Tinker's Tools or Tinker's Implements.
Yeah, fantastic. So, augment barriers, minor trinkets. You can repair small items, repair trinkets. Yeah. So yeah, I think that this would be a almost like an electrical kind of check. I'm happy with this. There's no other real tools that I think you would.
Otherwise, I have Astrotech. I have Astrotech.
Yeah, Astrotech are for droids. That's for like, or like repairing the hull of a ship. Like a Tinker's tools would be more appropriate here. Little things that allow you to build and craft little tiny things. So yeah, absolutely. I think you are able to kind of fiddle with the light that is that you're standing under, like out the front of this this big warehouse, and you kind of how are your Tinker's tools actually integrated into you?
My hand flips around and reveals a few implements, almost like different types of fingers and stuff. I can just, fiddle with things.
Cool.
Drill bits and whatnot.
So yeah, as you reach your hand out, it like the little gears and little implements that kind of exist into your hand kind of like protrude outwards as you kind of interface and start fiddling around with the base of the light pole and kind of getting in there. And as it begins, like you spend maybe 10-20 seconds on it, and you see the light above you start to flicker, and then you are both plunged into darkness.
Ah, that's better. Now we can be stealthy.
So
right. So,
yep.
How many entrances to the building are there?
So there is one key entrance directly in front of you. Right, there's one big set of doors. If you guys want to circle, like I'm just going to assume that you do the basics. So as you circle around the building, you notice that there are. Actually, can you give me a perception check, and I'll tell you the basic stuff that even on a 1 you would notice. So there are 2. That's pretty close. 3 and a 7. Okay, so you guys notice that it is very dark. So you notice that there is the doors at the front, the main doors, and they are like human-sized. Like they're big double doors that someone, people that work there go in and out of. To the left and right hand sides, you can see these big cutouts where there are these alcoves that you can move into with with 3 on each side. There will be 3 big, like roller doors that you would assume that cargo come in and out of.
Are there any swipe cards or hand card readers or eye readers or anything like that?
Yes. How do all the doors open?
So, if you go up to the doors, you would be able to see the front or the side doors.
Yes.
Both. Okay. Yes. So the front door would have just a small kind of like a key card swipe on it. Like it would have like a key card swipe on it that is currently got a little light above it that is locked red. And the side gates have no observable like lock mechanism, like electronic lock on the outside of the gate.
But are they locked? Are they sealed shut?
Do you want to kind of without touching it and fiddling with it? Yes. I mean, you could play around with it physically, but just from looking at it, it's closed.
So there's no way. There doesn't appear to be any way to open it from the outside, right?
You could try.
Okay, maybe not, because it's probably alarmed.
Can I tinker with the card reader? Try and figure out how it works.
You could not do that. Like, if it's to get in, you would need a security kit. For the example, you would need a security kit for that.
Not to get in.
To be able to get in.
Sort of. Can I take it off the wall and look at the circuitry behind?
Yeah. Okay. You can give me a roll with the Tinker's tools to see if you can pry the kind of gears, like the faceplate off the wall.
I feel like I need to point out all the swipe card readers you guys used to use at work. If you take them off the wall without deactivating them, they do trigger an alarm. Imagine that would still be the case.
I don't know if TA1 would know that, but perhaps if X3PX communicated that? I don't know.
Oh, no. I'm not, like, in real life, they are alarmed. If Adam decides they're alarmed, that's up to him.
Okay, well, this roll is to take it off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hope we don't end up getting shot at by automated turrets.
Oof!
Okay, so you guys are okay, so what happens is you are trying to, like, so your little implements out of your hand come out again as you're trying to, like, gently tease the plate off the wall to kind of get behind and have a look at how this card reader works. And you're getting into it and you kind of hear like a click and it pops off and then there's a beat and then you hear the sound of an alarm.
Cheese it!
I believe the technical term is cheese it!
Oh, protocol droid is now shuffling away at 20 feet around.
I drop all subtlety and rip the card reader off the wall. And then run.
Okay, so the card reader is okay. So you rip the card reader straight out of the wall. The door, you're standing you're in front of the door enough that it would, like, a lot of these, in your experience, a lot of doors like motion controlled. Like if you swipe it, it will then detect someone is there and it opens up. It just like the doors do not open. Like nothing
No,
changes.
that's
but,
fine. I want to take this thing with me and rip it out of the wall.
Well, yeah, you can do that. Like you could definitely rip that out if you wanted to. Because you've gotten the plate off, but it's because it's flush into the wall. You wouldn't get all of it out.
That's fine. It's more, let's leave it damaged.
Yes, okay.
For tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah,
before I shuffled away slowly, did I notice how the roof was structured and if there was a possible entry from the roof?
Give me another perception check.
Oh no.
As Taylor is working on that.
All rolled 2s.
It is too dark for you to see anything.
Damn.
It's over. Go home. Pack it up.
Yep. Okay. You guys rush back.
I went down the street for about 30 seconds to see if any guards come out.
You guys managed to run and or shuffle your way away down the street and around the corner. As you pause for 30 seconds, no guards come from the inside of the building. Do you want to keep waiting longer?
I don't think anyone's home, X3PX. Do we want to go back?
The shipment is here yet. I suspect that it will be easier to break in now that we know no one is home overnight.
Yes, that is a good point.
So, yep. So are you guys going to leave or go back?
Perhaps you should put the broken faceplate back on.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I can't talk.
No, if I put it back on, then they could potentially fix it. This way, they can't fix it. They can't get into the building. Or they need to leave their doors open.
That checks out. Let's go back to the ship.
We head back to the ship and perform our nightly maintenance.
Cool. So as you leave, it's probably another 30 seconds as you kind of start being like, okay, no, we're going to go back. You hear this kind of whirring sound, and over your shoulder as you're leaving, you see an Imperial transport, kind of the ones from it's the Imperial gunships from episode 2, although they don't have huge turrets affixed to them. But it's this kind of flying transport, like kind of scoot in and land out the front, and as you see 3 troopers, like Imperial troopers, clone troopers rather, hop out and start looking at the building.
So the LA-80s, is that the one you're talking about?
Yes. 80s, I think. Yep, that's it. But without the huge turrets, it's more of a civilian.
So it's just the transport version. So yes.
Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. And you guys make it back at the freighters hub station and make a quick trip down to the starport and complete your complete your trip, and that's it. So all safe and sound. You managed to get out okay before anything really started popping off.
Yay! We
Yeah.
guarantee there's going to be extra security tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you boys ready for a fight?
Yep. So that stealth is no longer an option then.
Let's face it, stealth is never an option. In
Peace was
D&D.
never an option.
As long as if everyone, the only way stealth is an option is when everyone takes stealth as a class feature.
So, question: has anyone ever played Payday 2?
Yes, I love
Briefly.
Payday 2. All
Okay,
cops are
so-
bastards.
Yeah, in Payday 2, you're playing a crook, you're meant to steal some stuff, and you're meant to go in stealthily. I always wore full combat, like I wore the massive armor thing, and I carried around, always carried a automatic machine gun. I was
Yeah.
never stealthy. I was never the stealthy one.
Did
I
you
was the
get
guy that
booted
they
out
brought
of a
in
lot of-
when everything went to fuck.
Did you get booted out of quite a few lobbies for that?
Oh no, I played with 3 other friends. Me and
Oh, okay.
another guy. We were the backup. We were the plan B. The other 2 guys were plan A, and the plan A never worked. So we just like, cool, you guys done? Excellent. Shoot everyone.
Back into it, right?
Oh
Adam.
my god.
Oh,
Yes.
Hang on 1 sec.
Out of character.
Mhm.
I would, as part of my long rest, I would like to infuse an item. This thing.
You absolutely may do that.
I'm just going to do it to my carbine.
Wow, the phrasing of this almost makes it seem like magic.
Yeah. It's a tech power, apparently.
You can touch one unenhanced object that is a suit of armor, a shield, or a simple martial weapon until the end of your next long rest. The object becomes an enhanced item, grading a +1 bonus. Wow. Or a plus.
that's-
Oh my god. You can
That's
just
really
use,
good
make
at
a
early levels, dude.
thing of +1, huh? That's pretty good. You can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Wow, that's pretty good. So, what do you enhance?
My blaster carbine.
Fantastic.
Pew,
Okay, so your pew pew goes a bit more pew pew.
Yeah.
That sounds. You can also, what does it actually look like? What does it look like when you actually infuse?
I don't
He slaps
know. I slap
Yeah.
it a couple of
D
times.
batteries. He gets a couple
Yeah.
of D batteries, right? And then
Like-
blue duct tapes them. That's the blue duct tape, the blue electrical tape.
Yep. I guess I duct tape a couple of extra magnetic coils to the side so it like it fucking, I don't know, makes it shoot harder or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could
Best.
like without like realistically, like if you would say something similar to that, you could easily take off maybe like the bolts that hold the side of the casing, and kind of jury rig, I think is the phrase, where and put some extra jerry rig, sorry, where you're
Extra
kind of punching some extra holes in the side and adding your own little accoutrements to make sure that it will actually maybe cool down faster or shoot harder.
I overcharge the batteries so they're sitting at like 110% as opposed to the regular, so they shoot a little bit harder.
So yeah, there's a little dial that when you open it up that says 100%, and then it says 110%. And you just flick it over.
Just flick it over. That's it. Yeah, just click. That's it.
The 110 is actually just like scribbled on in crayon. And it just goes click. There you go.
That was my mistake. Because I saw it written as Jury, but I've heard it as Jerry, and I was never sure which one it is.
Yeah, English is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Anyway,
The
So-
setting that goes from stun to kill he scribbles on a third setting that just says 11.
extra
Oh,
kill.
yes.
He has
Perfect
extra.
kill.
He has extra kill on that gun now.
Kill +1.
Yeah, so I think that is that's pretty much. So you guys are all level 2 now.
Cool.
I think Chris is saying he was going to jump off in another couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off shortly.
I'm happy to. So next session will be like actually going in and trying to grab this gear. we can. Everyone, let me know. Because if you guys want to continue this, I'm happy to run this again next week if you want.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we can do it in 2 weeks' time. Just let me know.
Okay.
There's no pressure either way. I am aware though that we have done 2 sessions without combat, so you guys might be like, "Please, I want to fight something real bad."
It's been good fun. I need to sort out my gear with you, so I'll do that tomorrow. I might just triple check my coin because I've got my coins. I just don't think my gear, my armor that I'm wearing is right. So I'll check that with you tomorrow.
No
I can
problem.
help you out with that too if you can't get
Okay.
out. All that, dude.
Yeah, I'll be available. But again, anyone that wants to assist, then more than welcome just to help out. But yeah, I hope everyone is enjoying the sessions. And even though we haven't really been doing too much combat at the moment, I assure you that will be changing. It's just
I think it's been really good and really smooth. Like the interactions that we've had. Like I think the bar thing worked out really well, and how I don't know about you guys, but I thought that worked really well.
Yeah, I mean, everything seems to be going pretty smoothly from my end. I'm really enjoying it, so yeah, can't complain.
okay.
I like just being a robot. This is just kind of refreshing.
Well, yeah, I'm aware that like it is going a little slower than what I had planned originally, but it will be advancing, and that's why I'm just kind of also considering being like, if you guys do want to run again next week, or you do want to run a bit more, I'm more than happy. We can work that out, just to make sure we keep the pace going along. But if everyone's still happy with 2 weeks, then I'm happy to keep doing that too. But it's more because I understand, especially from Joey's end, because every week might be a little bit difficult because he's like, yeah, this is a really annoying time for me.
Sorry.
I'll try and wake up. I know it's if you guys want to run next week, I'll try to be there. It's up to you guys as well. It's not like I'm just one person.
I mean,
And
so
at the moment, my main interaction has been very limited, and I have been doing that on purpose because I am a clone trooper going to the black market. That's a bad idea. No, don't want to do that.
Yeah. You guys will. I think this is like for me personally, I think it's going pretty well in considering that I'm very happy with how you guys are all actually approaching the idea that all of your actions are being very considered at the moment of what the potential blowback could be, which is kind of what I'm going for.
For the
It's
rec,
easy to do that when it's a modern sci-fi setting with rules we sort of understand inherently as people.
yeah.
Yes.
For the record, if I'd managed to get that face plate off of the card swipe, I was going to rig it so that no matter what you swiped, it always gave you a correct code, and so it would let us in.
We need to call the lockpicking lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, like just that guy's great. Just change a few wires around. This one goes here now. Everything's a success, sort of thing.
Might be interesting to know that those swipes are actually controlled by a server.
Yeah, I know.
You can trick it with
dude,
normal
a very strong magnet can sometimes do the trick. Like, I don't know.
Now they apparently disable when they detect electromagnetic interference altogether.
That would be clever. All right, thanks guys. Thanks Adam. I'm out. See you.
Cool.
Catch you, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
No worries.
So I have a question for the people who scouted when they get back. So we can do some more. If we can we just do a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
I'll continue to go do more stuff.
So my question would be, like, how many troopers did you guys see come out when you guys triggered the alarm?
3? Three?
Yeah, it was definitely 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 3.
Superiority now. Okay, I'll just put that in there as well.
And were there any actual patrols when you guys encountered when you guys were going there?
No patrols, and it doesn't sound like anyone was inside either. You guys can all hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm not interrupting because this is a conversation between all you guys.
Yeah, no, I
Unless
just...
you specifically asked me for a clarification.
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm just thinking on what will happen when we do trigger, when stealth doesn't go right, because that's definitely going to happen.
What gives it away?
Like, how much stuff is going to come kill us, and who are we going to shoot? and what will happen when we shoot them.
Do we want to try and organize some sort of getaway vehicle?
That would be useful.
Most probably.
So we might try and do that.
I would also
suspect that
sorry, sorry, continue.
I would suspect that during a day operation, more troopers will deploy to our location. My thinking is it's going to be a normal day. There will be civilians and pedestrians and other traffic about during that day. So more clone troopers will be needed to maintain any kind of situation where an armed assailant is going on. So if we do this at night, we're probably only going to have to deal with 3 troopers again. If we're doing it today, we're going to have to deal with the 3 troopers and all the other troopers that get called by the civilians when they hear gunshots in the warehouse.
And all the heroes with their guns and the civilians as well.
Yes, they're always there, waiting for the right time to reveal themselves, which never comes.
Like at an American high school. I mean, what?
I just had a very silly
You mean
idea.
primary school?
Yep.
What were you saying, Joey?
I just had a very silly idea. Like how many days or how much time do we have to plan this heist?
A day? More to the point, as seeing as we're probably all just woken up from our long rest, it's happening today.
Okay, so I need 2 maneuvers.
We don't know how long that crate is going to sit in this warehouse, and I think that's kind of the point.
So
how do you want to do it, Joey?
No, I was thinking, what we could do is just trip multiple false alarms to the point where the guards, every time the guards come out, after a while, if you trip multiple false alarms, they could send less guards on the time that we actually go.
That's a good idea.
But that requires a lot of setup.
And also, was it a false alarm if there's key cards missing?
Yeah, that's the problem right now. That's the thing. It could be passed off as sabotage, people wrecking shit for the sake of wrecking shit. But if you could, vandalism is most probably a thing. So if you go around and vandalize a couple of the things there, and make a mess.
What if
I don't know.
Surely we could hack into some systems and cause trigger an alarm on the opposite side of the city, or even just the opposite side of the industrial section, so that when we go in, it's just another alarm. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, cause false alarms over a period of time. I'm just saying, just cause heaps of different false alarms all at the same time.
Yeah. These are just ideas.
Of course, just spitballing. What about you, Craig? You got any thoughts?
I feel like the nighttime is definitely a better approach because, like we saw, there's generally not a lot of, there's no patrols happening at the time. And if we do trigger a fallen alarm, it means that, only 3 stormtroopers come along. Although having something haven't triggered them off this time, it might mean it changes and they bring out more next time. What I am mindful of is if we're saying, hey, let's trigger it a few times and them to become disenfranchised to the alarm. That's not even the right word, but whatever. My worry is we take too long in the freighter either leaves or we can't stay here too long. We are on the run.
The other option is... Sorry, you go.
Although I know we did put the tracker on another ship that's going to fly out soon. I'm still mindful of taking too long on planet.
Yeah, we do have a recognizable ship, and they do know that we flew here. So I would like to get out of here sooner.
So I have a question. Have we actually gotten the details of what's going on yet? As in, we know we need to steal something, but is it
guns?
Are we stealing something during
it's guns?
It's guns.
Yeah, no.
It's just a generic arms deal that we're interrupting, or rather,
So are we actually interrupting an arms deal, or are the arms already there? Like, what's going on? Like,
No, we're from what we know, we are stealing a crate of guns. That's it.
That's it.
Like-
This warehouse.
We can ask
The-
more tomorrow.
The guns are arriving. The guns are arriving tomorrow or
In the morning.
in the
Alright,
morning.
Here comes my whatchamajiggets. How do I witness me? Oh no.
Is that your health roll?
Yeah.
6 is fine. That's good.
It's above average, right?
Nine.
Yeah, it's better. Ugh.
I did mine a
So,
while ago. Can't remember what it was.
2 hit die, and the max is now plus con 2, so I add a plus 8. That gives me 20 hit points.
My question is, what if we pulled the same stunt, Joey, that we pulled with the Scaver or whatever it was that the Toydarian that we interrogated? We turn up looking all official and being like, "Yo, we're doing an inspection."
Roll Zib.
Yeah, we're doing an inspection, and we fucking get ourselves in the building and inspect ourselves with right out of there with the crate.
So building inspections are very different to ship inspections.
Mhm.
Ship inspections, can usually be done with 1 or 2 people. Like, 1 is kind of sus, but 2 people is usually enough for a ship inspection. For a building inspection, you'd need a squad.
Yeah.
Because you are going through the entire building. You're not just checking one particular thing.
Yeah, but I mean, we could definitely.
That's a lot more. That's a lot more riskier.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways of getting into the building without shooting, basically.
Well, getting into the building, I think, isn't the issue. Is getting out with the item and what we're going to face inside and what we're going to face outside once we've triggered the alarm or something's triggered.
I have a thought, right? This ship we own is like state of the art and shit, right? What if we sold the ship, bought a cheaper shitty ship along with a speeder, so that we can have both the getaway vehicle, a new ship to leave the planet with, and then just do the job and leave?
I mean, we could just steal a speeder, right? I feel like that's something that we could do that.
Like,
Also,
owning a
doesn't our
speeder
ship
is-
have stealth capabilities? Like some sort of.
Oh yeah. I was meaning to ask about that, Adam. The stealth for the ship, is it optical or is it radar?
It would be. I would need to double check that. But on the sheet, the stealth modification, it is the stealth mode is this modification adds a stealth mode to your ship. While active, this device effectively negates the use of scanners both for and against your ship. A deployed operator, which is the person in an operator deployment position, can activate or deactivate cloaking as an action. While active, your ship has dexterity stealth checks that rely on scanners, but your ship has disadvantage on intelligence and wisdom. Investigation and perception checks that rely on your scanners. Additionally, if you try to enter,
that is almost certainly radar then.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Because the
purely
Millennium
electronic.
Falcon can't become invisible, and our ship certainly can't.
Additionally, if you try to enter hyperspace while the cloaking device is active, you must roll on the hyperspace mishaps table. So there's a chance of shit breaking. That's why you guys were not in stealth mode. Well, you guys really didn't know about it because you just stolen the ship. But yes, effectively, you can have it on, but there might be issues with it if you jump into hyperspace.
My thought was, what if we lift it off, turn the stealth on, lift it off, flew over to the building, and just loaded.
Everyone will still see and hear the ship.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so it was the wrong type of stealth, basically. Yeah. Yeah. But having said that, we could literally hotwire a fucking speeder or a dolly even, and just fucking wheel this thing down the street. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be too much hassle to get it out.
So hang on, quick question. So we have a protocol droid, we have an assassin droid, we have a nursing droid. Is that correct?
What?
What?
What kind of droids do we have? Like our players, what type of droids?
Two droids.
We have two
I am
droids.
literally the assassin model of a C-3PO.
But you look like a C-3PO.
No, I have a different head. I act like a C-3PO because someone has reprogrammed a broken assassin droid at some point to just be a protocol droid because the only thing difference is the head.
In saying that, though, the only way that people would recognize the difference between that is if you specifically knew that droid model is an assassin droid. They are not super common. They're not like common assassin models of droid.
Darth Vader has one.
He does.
And I'm a pretty stock what would be almost considered a security droid, like a what's the word? I think they call them Mark IVs, right?
Yes. Yes.
So it's just a combat droid Mark IV, I think is the designation. But
you are
mostly,
a combat droid.
Mostly used for security purposes. Yeah.
So, you know the trope about, if with a person wearing a high-vis vest and a clipboard can get through almost anything?
Yeah.
I'm thinking...
This is fucking true. And it's embarrassing.
I'm thinking, why don't we just use the droids as the main thing? Like, they're just there to pick up. They've got orders. Everyone questions them. It's like, well, I'm a droid. I can't tell you because, like, I've been programmed not to tell you. I've just been told to do this job, pick this thingy up, and take it here. That's it. And then if anything goes wrong, then we can do the whole pew 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 thing. And we know what we could even do. We could even try and see if we get a mag lift, like a mag lift trolley thing.
Yeah.
Chest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And wheel that in, and then if anyone questions that, it's like, yep, stuff. I'm a droid. Beep 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 boop boop.
Does anyone have the equivalent would be like a rogue's ability to forge documents, but like the ability to like forge a data pad or create like official looking shipping?
Well, on that note, Adam.
Yep.
What's on my data pad?
Hey, cool. So, I got a whole list of stuff that's on that data pad. So you will need to someone will need to try and give me a technology check.
Oh, I can do that.
I hand my data pad to
because
I can do that.
Your eyes, there is
yourself.
It is encrypted.
I have decent technology skills.
I hand my data pad to TA.
This is literally what I was made for.
Oh God, yeah, you crack it like it's not hard. This is almost trivial to you. You're like, oh, look at this. And
Tut, using SHA-1.
Admin 1. What? How insecure?
Nerd.
So, you open. I will just explain it to. I mean, I guess. TA1, you are the one that is looking at this. To you, it is a huge list of it's a huge list of infantry for outpost CD-3. There is a huge a list of shipment requests.
Why not?
Request orders that have been sent in from Central Command for Corellian Central Command, and there is a section on relevant and upcoming orders for the outpost.
Do I recognize anything there? As in,
yeah.
What I'm trying to recognize for is either names of platoons, names of clone troopers, or insignias, or anything like movements. Just trying to see if I can recognize anything there.
So this, I will send this directly to you, and I'll send it in. I'll just send it to you directly for this. There you go. That is what you see in the infantry kit. And this is what you see in orders. So you did not grab. So the data pad you have does not look like it has the list of stationed units or people, but it has some orders and it has a list of stock. So it looks like the person that the data pad that you grabbed was potentially the stock, like the operational person of the base, or the stock keeper. And those so the orders would be basically given to everyone on everyone's data pad, and the shipment requests are specific to the person who you took from.
Do I recognize the word chain code distribution center?
You have no idea. I don't think you would know what that is. No, you don't know what that is. So,
that's worrying.
If you bring this up, then potentially someone else might, but I don't think you would have that knowledge.
I would bring this up with the party and see if anyone recognizes this particular thing, because like chain code distribution.
Okay, so X3PX and Kraid, can you give me lore rolls?
Oh, okay. I just closed the thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, sorry. Did we actually want to continue, or did you want to stop?
No, we can just.
I'm happy to do this sort of stuff.
I'll just do this bit. And then
we can just wrap this up. Like we're about to wrap up.
Is a chain.
But this is good planning because I've got a good idea of what you guys are going to do.
Now, if I recall correctly, a chain code has something to do with a ship identification, right? Let's find out. That sounds like some forgotten Star Wars lore.
X3PX, you are not sure what a chain code is. That is it is something that with a 10 you kind of get the sense that it sounds like a thing that you have heard of before, but you do not have any direct knowledge in your database.
What about Kraid?
If that's the case,
where Kraid needs to give me a roll for that as well.
All right, so let's go law.
Mm-hmm.
Ha.
Nope. You kind of give your head a bit of a scratch, and you kind of get that sensation again that it feels like something, but yeah, you're not quite sure what that phrase means.
Hmm.
I'm out. Peace.
Cool.
All right,
Bye.
okay, man.
Anyway,
I'm gonna roll just for the shit of it.
yeah,
because...
absolutely. You know what? Give me a roll as well. Yep, absolutely. You are just like, huh? What is the chain code? What's the chain code? Yeah.
I apparently have 4 to law, so I don't know. As a person who has no fucking experience, there you go, there's a natural 1.
You also rolled a
What's a chain code?
What is it? What is a chain code? None of you guys know what chain codes are. It is a part of law that is at the moment in the world a bit obscure. So
so this is all the information that's on it, or as in each of this is just like, it lists further information, as in each one, like the outpost command, increase patrols and central district, and then it has details of what that entails.
Yes.
What I'm trying to get at is, are these the headers? And then there's actual.
There would be, so for the the list of the there would be, so for the Imperial Edict, which is the preparing the outpost, that would have a list, that would have some schematics along with it of what needs to be set up where barricades need to be placed, what resources are required for setting up the distribution center. The outpost commands, the first one is just a heading. that one is just there's no more information on that. Barring that's about all you get. And the outpost command would actually, so the outpost command of the second one would have a list of like areas in the central district that they would want to like increase rotation on, especially like around it specifically calls out around the Grand and around Midas Reach. So they're the kind of the more central kind of spots, and they're just it's just a general order to have more patrols and more visibility out whilst the how would they put this, the subjugation of Corellia is underway.
Okay. Now I've got some other little questions. Do I still need to meet the bartender?
I think it would be Dax would want to meet you if you just rock up and say, "Hey, I'm Face." Will she ask to meet you all back, like at the Silk Ring? I mean, you guys can just do the job anyway, but she originally said to you, like, come back here tomorrow morning, and we'll set out.
This is my idea. I'm say this to the party. So this is pretty good intel that could help someone that's not on the legal side of things. Someone who so I was thinking, one, we make a backup. We copy everything of the data and put it somewhere, like either onto a spare data pad or into someone's memory banks. We just copy the data. We never know when this stuff might be useful. Two, to prove that I am not I am actually working against the law this time, I would hand this over to them to go, look, I know you might not trust me, but here's some critical information for you that's going on right now. And hopefully
I'm cool with that.
Buy me some good, that would buy me some good graces, so they, don't shoot me on sight. What do you guys think?
I'm happy with that. Store it in TA1's memory. What I could do is I could use my little Astrotech projection to like bring it up in front of her and be like, here's a list of crap, and also here's a data pad containing that same information. You know what I mean? Like, well, you say that part. You say that part. Yeah.
And here's some interesting information that you might find useful about the outpost that I might manage to get, and and this would hopefully buy me some good graces and not get me shot, and at least get her to talk to me.
That sounds good to me. I think that's a good plan. Adam.
Yes.
I guess real quick, seeing as most people have headed off, but is there anywhere in the city I could take D4 to get some repairs done?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You could. There are a few different places around. Most of the places are in the bazaar for different stores.
Yep.
I believe if I look at my sheet, so it would probably be in I mean, you could look in the bazaar because you do know there are a lot of shops around that area. You could also investigate other areas of Central District.
Yeah, all right.
You're pretty confident there'd be somewhere in Central District that you could find something.
Yeah, I might.
If it's not the bazaar.
Next time, I might head to the bazaar and do some stuff there while we wait for the meeting with the Silk Ring or with Dax or whatever her name is.
Yep.
Cool. I'll do that because we got the credits now. So that was her additional. Yeah, no worries. That was like freaking TA's initial goal was get credits to repair D4. So yeah.
Yep. And I believe you have those credits now.
I have 750 thanks to our little outing with Face last time. So I actually have some credits, which is good.
Yes. You can fix up your little buddy.
Yeah.
So I'll just make a note of that so I can remember for next time.
Yeah. I'll pretty much be. The idea is I'll be looking for parts, specific parts that I'd be buying, and then I'd actually do the rolls myself to repair him.
Yeah, if that's the case, that would be way easier, and you would know that the bazaar is going to have that stuff for you.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be the ticket for the bazaar for sure. If you just want parts, absolutely. If you wanted an artisan, I mean, they'd probably be the bazaar, but it might be somewhere else. Depends. Artisans are kind of maybe sometimes hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is that TA is pretty adept at repairing droids, and so this would be more of a
just need some scrap, need some junk, just to patch my buddy up.
Yeah, need some gear, need some need a new ocular implant or whatever, all that sort of shit.
Yep, fantastic. That sounds good. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty much it. If anyone has any other questions or about planning, you're more than welcome to just plan throughout the week or 2 weeks or whatever in the Star Wars chat in the cantina.
Yep.
I won't use it against you. So
shall we make a call that we're aiming for next week, and then judging on whether Joey wants to do it or not, we can then push it back or whatever, or do we want us to stay 2 weeks?
I will post something up, say either tomorrow or the day after, and I'll post a poll, and we can all just vote. People can just vote on it.
Yep, sounds good.
So I'll post that up. I might even post that up after.
I'd like to ask can we all become level 3, or can I become level 3, please? Right now, level 2 feels so ineffective.
Yeah, 1 and 2. It's funny because I wanted to go straight to level 3, and then I realized that the story that I'd started ages ago, that I was like, it doesn't make sense to jump you straight to level 3, but also level 2 is so realistically, it is pulling back the curtain a bit. This job will basically be the level 2 to 3 job. Because again, it's only 1,000 experience. You'll have some combats, and then the meat of the game will start at level 3, pretty much.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because yes, I understand where you're this is just what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, we're basically like mooks at this point. We don't have any specialized, really, realistically, any much specialized stuff.
Yep.
That's fine. So I kind of like that. Anyway, it's fine.
So it depends. It depends on next session or the session after, but you guys will be hitting level 3 very shortly.
Yep, sounds good.
Don't expect it to be very cool. Anyway, thanks for playing, guys. I hope everyone is having fun despite the lack of combat at the moment. That will be shortly changing. But
thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
So combat doesn't I don't mind non-combat. I like the non-combat side of things as well. And
yes,
it's just nice being able to play and mess around with things again. So I'm happy.
Yes. Awesome. As long as everyone's having fun, I'm very pleased with how everything's going.
Thank you, man.
All right.
No worries. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Once again, this will be on our channel, of course, because I've been streaming it. So yeah, look out for that if you're the sort of person that likes to watch back.
Bye.
Cool.
All right. Bye.
Bye.